Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Country Boy Cryptids. I was going to read a few stories out of the Telltale Lilac bush tonight. Uh, has a lot of folklore, ghost stories. Um, just wanting to try out my new this or string yard and see how it's working before I bring guests on. um, let me get started here. The first one I'm going to read is called "The White Thing." Uh, so I guess we'll get ready to go. The night was damp and chill, and the forest stood dark and ominous as four elderly fox hunters sat hovering over a glowing mass of red embers, as if affected by their surroundings. The conversation drifted to supernatural legends. Many tales were told, but most of them centered on the wild thing, supposedly inhabited the very region where they were now resting. One of the men related an actual experience as told by his grandmother, who had died. She had taken her favorite mare to church one Sunday night years ago. As she was riding back within 2 miles of her home, she heard an unearthly scream. The mare bolted and thrashed her hoofs into the air. That was when she saw the white thing, a raging bundle of white bursting out of the woods beside her. It appeared to be much larger than a dog, yet not nearly a horse's size, bearing a coat of pure white fur and razor sharp teeth that jutted outward from a gigantic mouth. It moved on all fours and screamed like a woman in terrible agony. Desperately, the girl spurred her mare on, and finally the monster drifted back into the darkness behind her. At length, she came to her land and an outlying barn. In her haste to reach the house, which was still a good distance away, she left the mare untied and the barn door ajar. Seconds later, with a high sigh of thankfulness, she entered the sanctuary of her home. The following morning, she and her father planned to search for the animal's tracks. But at the barn, they found her mare crumpled awkwardly against the door. Most of the flesh was torn from its bones, and a look of stark terror was on its face. Um, Pretty interesting story there. Um, I've heard that it was a sheep squatch, so take it as you will. Uh, but yeah, that would be pretty scary, I would think. Here we go. This one's titled "Shortcut." On a hot night in July 1929, my father had started home at about 12 o'clock after finishing work at the 93 mine in Paramount. He was extremely tired that night because he had worked an 11-hour shift. Suddenly, as he started up a path, he saw something in front of him. It was white and stood about 2 feet from the ground. It had an extremely big head for its body and a fat bushy tail. It jumped on my father several times. My father had his lunch pail in his hand and started swinging it and kicking with his feet at the creature. But he said it was just like heading at the air. The whole thing was strange because the creature made no noise and its body seemed to have no substance. Still, the thing kept jumping up at him, and my father kept trying to fight it, but near a cemetery, the creature just disappeared. When my father reached the house, he looked at his arms and legs, but there was no sign of a scratch on them or on his body. He said he shook the whole night and just couldn't sleep, although he was very tired.
Daddy?
After that night, he refused to go home that way again. He went another way that took twice as much time. But even today, what it was that attacked him that night still remains a mystery to him. Paramount, I grew up close to Paramount. So. But yeah, I just wanted to read a couple stories and try out this stream yard. Uh, I am going to get some guests on here, so I just wanted to try it out. Sorry for the background noise. I got 3 daughters, you know. But yeah, I just wanted to get on here and say hi to everybody and getting ready to go full blast if this works good. So let me know what you all think. We're going to talk about everything on here: cryptids, the paranormal, UFOs, aliens, conspiracy theories. We're going to talk about everything on here.
Daddy,
I just,
Daddy, I'm talking.
I just wanted to say,
Daddy.
to let you guys know, I'll be starting probably within the next week if everything turned out good when I go back through and watch it. Besides the kids talking and the noise in the background, I'm gonna have to do something about that. But I guess I'll holler at y'all later, and I'll let you know when my next live stream's going to be. I'll post it on YouTube. On Facebook and all that good stuff. So thanks for listening. I appreciate it. I'm just starting out, so thanks a lot, guys.
Daddy.
Bye bye.
Daddy.